Hey guys, welcome to week 13. We're drawing Thumper together. You'll need your notebook that I provided and a pencil for right now. So first off, we're going to start drawing a circle. And now we are going to go ahead and start our cutoff, our triangle with the top cut off. That's what it will look like. So you're going to be drawing the bottom of the triangle, like I'm drawing right there. And then the top won't be on there, okay? And now what it should look like is the circle should look like it's falling off of the triangle, and there should be a space on the right side. Now I'm going to draw a little X on the circle so that I can place Thumper's facial features on there later. So go ahead and do that right now. So that's what it should look like right about now. Okay. Now step 2. We're going to be drawing his feet. So kind of draw a straight line for the end of his foot, and then you're going to draw like a rainbow or a really long C. Okay, you can go ahead and do the same thing for his other foot, but have it facing towards you, like so. Okay, and now we're going to draw his paws. And so we're going to draw the first one right about in the middle of both points of the triangle. And then we're going to draw the other one with a kind of off square. And so these shapes right here are going to help guide us and act as guidelines later on whenever we are drawing in the real features of his body. Again, sorry guys, it's a little bit fast, but we needed to make this video not so very long, and it's already long with the fast forwarding anyway. Okay, so next step, we are going to erase the lines just a bit so that they're faint and we cannot see them. So we still want them there for a guideline, but we also don't want them there because we don't want to be able to see them once we're done drawing the face. Now I'm going to start drawing the top of his head, and we're going to start the top and bring it all the way down to the corner. So yeah, so the tip of his ear is going to meet the tip or the corner of his shoulder, the square right there. Then we bring it up, and there we go. So it's going to look like a baseball cap almost. So make sure the tip of the ear connects or is aligned with that, and then we'll make a little swoop up and over. Okay, now we're going to be drawing onto his face. There you go. Okay, and there's the nose right there. Perfect. Now you're going to draw on the nose and half of his cheek. Now we're going to start drawing his mouth. We're going to make kind of an upside down M or a W. And now we're going to make another circle for the mouth, the opening of his mouth. We're going to go like that. And it's going to start at the ending of his mouth and then in the middle. And it's going to go right to the middle of the curve of the W. Right there. So it's gonna start right there, gonna end on the other side, and then now we're gonna add like a little tooth to cover up the little indent by his mouth, and that will be Thumper's tooth. There we go, like that. Okay, now we are going to I'll show you the freeform one. So for the little bushel on his face, for his fur bushel, I want you guys not to draw a straight line, but to draw a freeform line like I showed you before. There we go. And then we're to bring it back all the way to the ear. And bring it up. So now he has a full bushel face. Okay, and now we're going to erase lines in between the face so we don't see all the line work. And there we go. That's how his bushel should be looking. And then we're going to darken the top of his head so that we have a finite line for the top. Okay, and now we're going to draw the back of his ear on the back of his head, like so. And now we're going to start filling out the form of his body. So the next thing we're going to want to do is, the next thing you're going to want to do, we're going to start filling in the paws. So starting with the right paw, you're going to draw a little swoop. It's going to look like an upside down Nike sign, just like that. And then we're going to kind of shape his paw a little bit more to look like a paw instead of a curve of a C. So we want the curve of the C to look a little bit more pointed, so it looks a little bit more realistic. So that's what I kind of did right there, and then I erased my other line. And now we're going to draw in 2 straight lines in between the paw to give him fingers. And we're going to do the same thing with the other paw. So we're going to use the guidelines that we put there before with the square and the oval, and we are going to connect those lines and make them gently slope across the arm and up his back. Okay, now make sure once we have it lined all the way to the back, we're going to erase the lines inside the arm so we don't see the guidelines anymore. So go ahead and erase the square, the guideline of the square, and the top. We're going to leave the top part for later as a guideline for something else. So go ahead and shape his paw into a more realistic looking paw. Put the lines in there and then make it a little bit more pointed than normal. Okay, like so. So it should be looking like something like that. So the top of the square is still there, but the bottom is erased. Now we're going to be shaping his feet and the lower part of his body. Now we're going to start drawing the bushel of his tail. And so we're going to start in the middle, leave an inch between the top of his tail and his elbow, and go ahead and start doing that. And the bushel of his tail can be any way you would like it to be. I'm going to do mine a little bit more curvy than the last Thumper I drew. And now we're going to connect that back line to the bottom of his face. And we're going to draw his shoulder in there. And there we go. And so those two lines were just added right now. And now I'm going to erase the inside so that we cannot see the guidelines of the top of the skirt anymore. Now we're going to start drawing his chest bushel, his little bushel of hair on the chest. And so you're going to do the same thing. Make it curvy if you want to. Okay, and bring it over. There you go. And now if you gently slip it across the hand, then you'll get the correct lining of where the fur on his chest is supposed to be. Okay, you're gonna erase the inside of his fur bunch, the bunch of fur right there on his chest. And there you go. So far, so good. We just need to draw on the eyes, and we will be ready to color it in. So go ahead and just follow along with me as I draw in the eyes and the mouth, and then I will get back with you guys when it comes to coloring. steps right here. You'll need your paint brushes and that you received last week with the acrylics, a cup of water, and your watercolor pencils that I gave you guys. Now I'm showing you guys the another example of the thumper that I drew, and so all you'll really need to do is just lay down the medium, which is the color pencil, on the paper, sketch it in. You don't need a lot of material to be put on the paper because the water really does make it expand and it gives it more color. And so just shade it in lightly, the areas that you need the color, just shade in the areas where you need the color, and then wipe over it with the wet paintbrush with water, and you will be good to go. Okay, so as you can see, I'm wetting the ear where the color is, and then I'm going over the lines to make them a little bit more darker and turn them into paint. And that's how you'll do it. Okay, guys. So just go ahead and watch me. You can stop right here and go to the end of the video where I have a picture of the step-by-step drawing of Thumper, so you guys can do that if you guys miss any steps, or you guys can just stop right here and start coloring it and painting it on your own. Okay, I will see you guys next week for a craft. I am super excited, and send me your pictures, okay guys? I would love to see them. Bye.